Good day and welcome to GalactiCoyn Racing. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the utility features of GalactiCoyn, our official utility token. GalactiCoyn is the native token that powers the entire GalactiCoyn Racing ecosystem. It is designed to fuel every layer of our platform, from community participation, decision-making, racing, content, and future projects we continue to build. In this video, we'll break down exactly how GalactiCoyn works, what it's used for, and how it connects everything inside our ecosystem, simply, clearly, and transparently. Let's get started. Our utility token, GalactiCoyn, features a total of 14 utility functions that can be used by token holders to actively shape and influence our races. These 14 utility features are divided into two core categories. Number 1, Creative Control Utility. Number 2, Race Boost Utility. Together, these utilities ensure that GalactiCoyn is deeply integrated into the racing experience, empowering token holders with both creative influence and strategic control within the GalactiCoyn Racing ecosystem. Creative Control Utility. The creative control utilities are a continuation of select features originally introduced through our NFTs. These utilities give GalactiCoyn token holders the power to influence the design, appearance, and creative elements of the race cars, as well as the identity and presentation of their respective teams. This includes how cars look, soundtracks, how teams are branded, and how they visually evolve over time within the ecosystem. Under the Creative Control Utilities, there are 6 distinct token utility features. Each of these features allows token holders to actively shape, guide, and influence different creative and competitive aspects of the races. Rather than being passive spectators, token holders become participants in the creative direction of GalactiCoyn Racing, helping define not just how the races are run, but how they look, feel, and are experienced. Race Boost Utilities. Race Boost Utilities are utility-driven powers that can be activated using GalactiCoyn during races. The Race Boost category consists of 8 unique utility features. These boosts allow participants to strategically influence race outcomes by either enhancing the performance of selected cars or temporarily limiting the performance of others. When used correctly, race boosts can help a car gain a competitive edge, recover lost ground, or disrupt an opponent's momentum. The purpose of Race Boosts is to introduce a tactical layer where timing, strategy, and decision-making play a critical role. Every activation is intentional, transparent, and governed by predefined rules to ensure fair and competitive racing. Through Race Boosts, GalactiCoyn becomes an even more active utility within the race environment, directly powering strategic gameplay rather than existing solely as a passive token. The Creative Control Utilities enable token holders to actively shape and influence the races through the following 6 on-chain governance features. The 6 Creative Control Utilities are as follows. Number 1, Parade Soundtrack Conductors. Number 2, Soundwave Curators. Number 3, Wrap Design Customizers. Number 4, Battlefront Controllers. Number 5, Quad Layout Creators. Number 6, Hex Layout Creators. Let's go into these 6 creative control utilities one by one. Parade Soundtrack Conductors. Before each race begins, all 25 cars will enter the racetrack together for the official pre-race parade. The cars will be led by the safety car to perform a controlled parade on the racetrack before taking their starting positions. A token holder who holds the required number of utility tokens will be granted the ability to assign the soundtrack that will be played during this parade phase. The selected soundtrack will play while all 25 cars are paraded onto the racetrack. Play as the cars follow the safety car around the circuit. End once the parade is completed and the race start procedure begins. The soundtrack selection is subject to platform content guidelines. This feature allows qualified token holders to influence the audio experience of the pre-race presentation by choosing the music that accompanies the full grid during the parade lap. Soundwave Curators. The Soundwave Curators utility expands the cultural control of our ecosystem beyond NFTs and places season-long sonic power directly into the hands of our utility token holders. While Soundwave NFTs grant holders the exclusive right to assign soundtracks during the qualification races and the opening races of the season, the GalactiCoyn utility token unlocks influence over the entire remaining season. Utility token holders will have the power to assign and shape the soundscape for genre car reveals, car entrances to the racetrack, victory celebrations, battlefronts face-offs, milestone events, and all major moments throughout the season races. This transforms our races into a living, community-curated audio experience, where music is not background noise but a strategic and cultural weapon. Because each of the 25 cars represents a distinct music genre, soundtrack assignments are not random. They reinforce identity, build narrative tension, and amplify emotional impact. Through this utility, token holders influence the race atmosphere. In the GalactiCoyn Racing ecosystem, token holders don't just watch the race, they control the vibe. Wrap Design Customizers. The Wrap Design Customizers utility extends visual creative control beyond NFTs and empowers utility token holders to shape the identity of each race car throughout the season. While wrap cover NFTs grant holders the exclusive right to design race car wrap covers during the qualification races and the opening races of the season, the GalactiCoyn utility token unlocks design authority for the remainder of the racing calendar. Utility token holders will have the power to design and influence the wrap covers of their respective genre-themed race cars for all subsequent races during the season. Because each of the 25 race cars represents a distinct music genre, wrap customization is more than visual styling. It is brand positioning, cultural storytelling, and competitive psychology on the track. Through this utility, token holders shape the evolving identity of each car. Visual creativity becomes decentralized. The community determines how each genre is represented at racing speed. In GalactiCoyn Racing, design is not static. It evolves with each race, and token holders control the canvas. Battlefront Controllers. The Battlefront Controllers utility expands competitive authority beyond NFTs and gives utility token holders the power to influence rivalry matchups across the full racing season. While Battlefront NFTs grant holders the exclusive right to handpick one-on-one Battlefront opponents during the qualification races and the opening races of the season, the GalactiCoyn utility token unlocks this power for the remainder of the season. Utility token holders will have the authority to select and determine one-on-one Battlefront matchups between genre race cars throughout all subsequent race events. What are Battlefront races? Battlefront races are high-intensity, one-on-one sprint battles between two genre-themed race cars where they compete head-to-head for dominance, prestige, and supremacy. These are not standard circuit races. They are direct genre versus genre rivalries, cultural showdowns between musical identities, strategic matchups that can fire up season momentum. Through this utility, token holders decide which genres clash and rivalries become community-driven. Competitive narratives are shaped by decentralized governance. In GalactiCoyn Racing, supremacy is not random. It is strategically chosen, and token holders decide who battles with who. Quad Layout Creators. The Quad Layout Creators utility decentralizes racetrack architecture and transforms track design into a collective strategic weapon controlled by utility token holders. While our Supreme Authority NFT and Track Architect NFTs grant holders the exclusive right to design entire racetracks for specific races, the GalactiCoyn utility token unlocks collaborative racetrack design power for the remainder of the season. Under this utility, 4 utility token holders get to claim this design power at various times during the season. Each holder is assigned 25% of the racetrack design authority. Collectively, they design 100% of the track layout. Each of the 4 quad layout creators will independently design their allocated quarter of the circuit, including every turn, every curve, every straight line, speed sections, technical zones, and strategic overtaking areas. Together, their designs merge into one complete racetrack for selected season races. This utility introduces decentralized track engineering, dynamic race unpredictability, community-driven performance challenges, strategic gameplay layered into physical design. Every selected race becomes a collaborative architectural experiment where token holders don't just influence outcomes, but get to shape the battlefield itself. In GalactiCoyn Racing, the community doesn't just watch the race, they build the racetrack. Hex Layout Creators. The Hex Layout Creators utility expands decentralized racetrack engineering by increasing collaborative design power to 6 utility token holders, creating even greater strategic complexity and unpredictability. While our Supreme Authority NFT and Track Architect NFTs grant holders the exclusive right to design entire racetracks for specific races, the GalactiCoyn utility token unlocks collaborative racetrack design power for the remainder of the season. How Hex Layout Creators works. Under this utility, 6 utility token holders get to design the racetrack at various times during the season. Each of the 6 holders is assigned approximately 16.67% of the racetrack design authority. Collectively, they design 100% of the race circuit. Each of the 6 Hex Layout Creators independently designs their allocated section of the track, including every turn, every curve, every straight speed sections, technical zones, and strategic overtaking areas. All 6 sections are merged into a single completed racetrack used for selected season races. With 6 independent design minds shaping one circuit, the resulting track can produce complex rhythm changes, unexpected transitions, and new competitive dynamics. In GalactiCoyn Racing, the battlefield evolves, and with Hex Layout Creators, 6 minds shape the arena. Race Boost Utilities. Under the Race Boost Utilities, we have the following 8 boost features. Number 1, Subgenre Invasion. Number 2, Forward Genre Teleport. Number 3, Backward Genre Teleport. Number 4, 1 Car Freeze. Number 5, 15 Car Freeze. Number 6, 24 Car Freeze. Number 7, Point Amplify. Number 8, Point Slash. Let's go into these 8 race boost utilities one by one. Subgenre Invasion. Under this boost feature, token holders will have the power to introduce a subgenre race car into the race. When activated, this subgenre car becomes the 26th car on that specific race day entering, alongside the main 25 genre cars. The points accumulated by the subgenre race car during the race will not stand independently. Instead, those points will be allocated to a main genre car, which will be selected through a vote by token holders. This allows the community to strategically introduce niche cultural influence into the race, temporarily expand the grid beyond 25 cars, strengthen a chosen genre through subgenre support, create tactical alliances between genres. The subgenre invasion is not just a boost, it is a strategic cultural reinforcement tool within the GalactiCoyn Racing ecosystem. Forward Genre Teleport. The Forward Genre Teleport is a high-impact strategic override that gives GalactiCoyn utility token holders the power to reposition competitive momentum instantly. Through on-chain token holder voting, the community can select one genre race car to be teleported directly to the front of the starting grid at the beginning of a race, regardless of current championship points, previous race results, qualification position, or performance rankings. When activated, this boost overrides all standard race placement mechanics and places the selected car in pole position. Activation occurs via on-chain voting. Token holders collectively decide which genre car receives the boost. The decision is transparent, immutable, and community-driven. A low-ranked genre can suddenly lead. A dominant genre can be strategically reinforced. Rivalries can be intensified from the very first second of the race to preserve competitive integrity and maintain strategic weight. A race car may only receive the forward genre teleport boost only once per race season. This ensures the utility remains rare, powerful, and carefully deployed. In GalactiCoyn Racing, position is not just earned, it can be strategically commanded. Backward genre teleport. The backward genre teleport is the strategic counterforce to forward genre teleport, a powerful disruption tool that allows utility token holders to reposition competitive advantage in the opposite direction. Through on-chain token holder voting, the community can select one genre race car to be teleported directly to the back of the starting grid at the beginning of a race, regardless of current championship standings, qualification performance, previous victories, momentum, or dominance. When activated, this boost overrides all standard race placement mechanics and forces the selected car to start from last position. The backward genre teleport introduces competitive balancing, dominance disruption, rivalry escalation, and underdog opportunity creation. A leading genre can be strategically challenged. A dominant streak can be tested. A race narrative can be completely reshaped before the lights go out. This boost creates tension from the very first second of the race, forcing the selected car to fight through the field to reclaim supremacy. To preserve fairness and maintain strategic value, a genre race car may be hit with the backward genre teleport only once per race season. This ensures the utility remains impactful, calculated, and season-defining when deployed. In GalactiCoyn Racing, leadership can be earned, but it can also be strategically challenged. One-car freeze. The one-car freeze is a precision disruption boost that allows utility token holders to temporarily halt a single genre race car during an active race. When activated, one selected race car will be frozen in position for a specific number of seconds while all other cars continue racing at full speed. After the freeze duration expires, the affected car resumes racing immediately from its frozen position. The one-car freeze is governed by token holders through on-chain voting, where the community will determine which genre race car will be frozen, the exact number of seconds the freeze will last. This makes the boost both strategic and community-controlled. The one-car freeze introduces tactical race disruption, momentum interruption, high-stakes mid-race drama, and opportunities for overtakes and position reshuffling. A leading car can suddenly lose advantage. A close rivalry can be strategically intensified. A championship contender can be temporarily slowed at a critical moment. Because timing is everything, the freeze duration becomes a key strategic decision, long enough to shift the race, but limited enough to preserve competitive integrity. To maintain fairness, a race car can only be affected and hit by the one-car freeze only once per race season. This ensures the boost remains rare, impactful, and season-defining when deployed. In GalactiCoyn Racing, speed can win races, but strategic control can change them. 15-car freeze. The 15-car freeze is a large-scale disruption boost designed to dramatically reshape race dynamics in real time. When activated, 15 race cars will be frozen simultaneously during an active race for a specified number of seconds, while the remaining 10 cars continue racing uninterrupted. Once the freeze duration expires, the affected 15 cars immediately resume racing from their frozen positions. This boost is fully controlled by utility token holders through on-chain voting, where the community determines the exact number of seconds the freeze will last and the activation timing within the race structure. Unlike the one-car freeze, this boost does not target a single car. It alters the competitive field at scale. The 15-car freeze introduces massive mid-race reshuffling, strategic breakaways for the remaining 10 cars, sudden leaderboard transformations, and high-volatility race moments. This utility can create unexpected podium contenders, disrupt dominant pack formations, intensify rivalry dynamics, and reset competitive spacing instantly. The result is controlled disruption driven entirely by community governance. Unlike the one-car freeze, any race car can be affected by the 15-car freeze multiple times per season. No car is shielded or protected from this boost, and no immunity applies throughout the season. This makes the 15-car freeze a recurring strategic lever rather than a one-time precision strike. In GalactiCoyn Racing, momentum can build, and in seconds it can be completely redefined. 24-car freeze. The 24-car freeze is the most extreme and dramatic race boost utility within the GalactiCoyn Racing ecosystem. When activated, 24 race cars are frozen simultaneously, leaving only one car actively racing during the freeze duration. For those seconds, the selected car races completely unopposed, while the rest of the field remains locked in position. Once the freeze period expires, the 24 frozen cars immediately resume racing from their exact frozen positions. This boost is governed through on-chain token holder voting, where the community determines which single car will continue racing during the freeze and the exact duration of the freeze. 24-car freeze introduces maximum momentum acceleration for one selected genre, extreme leaderboard shifts, high volatility race outcomes, and season-defining turning points. For a few critical seconds, the race becomes a solo sprint, creating dramatic gaps, unexpected leaders, and unforgettable moments. This is not a minor disruption. It is a controlled competitive explosion. To preserve balance, any car granted the advantage of racing alone during a 24-car freeze may only receive this specific advantage once per season. However, no car is immune from being frozen multiple times per season when this boost is activated for another competitor. This ensures the solo advantage remains rare and powerful, no permanent protection exists, and that strategic deployment remains essential. In GalactiCoyn Racing, there are moments when the field battles together, and there are moments when one genre stands alone. Point Amplify. The Point Amplify utility is a championship-impacting race boost that allows utility token holders to directly influence the season leaderboard. Through on-chain voting, token holders can select a specific genre race car to receive an additional allocation of points. Those voted points are then added directly to that car's official championship score. Under Point Amplify, token holders collectively determine which race car will receive the points and the exact number of points to be awarded. The awarded points are transparently recorded and permanently reflected in the season standings. Point Amplify introduces leaderboard acceleration, underdog revival opportunities, strategic championship intervention, and late-season momentum shifts. This boost allows the community to strengthen a rising contender, rescue a struggling genre, intensify a close title race, and reinforce cultural dominance. Unlike speed-based boosts, Point Amplify operates directly at the championship level, affecting overall rankings rather than race mechanics alone. To maintain competitive balance, a race car may only receive the Point Amplify boost only once per season. In GalactiCoyn Racing, races determine momentum, but Point Amplify can redefine the championship. Point Slash. The Point Slash utility is the strategic counterforce to Point Amplify, a championship-altering race boost that allows utility token holders to reduce a race car's total points through decentralized governance. Through on-chain voting, token holders can select a specific genre race car to have a designated number of points deducted from its official championship score. The deducted points are permanently reflected on the season leaderboard once the vote is executed. Under Point Slash, token holders collectively determine which race car will lose points and the exact number of points to be deducted under this utility. All decisions are transparent, on-chain, and community-controlled. Point Slash introduces competitive rebalancing, dominance disruption, high-stakes championship tension, and late-season volatility. This utility can slow down an overpowering leader, tighten a championship race, punish complacency, and reshape the title narrative instantly. To preserve fairness and strategic value, a race car may only be affected or hit by the Point Slash only once per season. This ensures the deduction remains rare, meaningful, and carefully deployed. In GalactiCoyn Racing, points build power. With Point Slash, that power can be strategically reduced. And that's the power of the GalactiCoyn utility token. This is not just a token, it is control, it is influence, and it is strategy. In this ecosystem, you don't just watch the races, you shape them from creative control utilities all the way to race boost utilities. Every decision, every second gained, and every genre elevated comes from the community. This is supreme Web3 motorsport and culture in motion. Thank you for being early. Thank you for believing in the vision. The grid is forming and the engines are warming. Now the question is, will you just watch history or will you own a piece of it? Welcome to GalactiCoyn Racing.